Society has long preached that success depends on a vast network of friends, constant socializing, and being endlessly connected. We are taught from childhood that popularity is a sign of worth and that having countless acquaintances guarantees happiness. Yet, what if this common belief is actually holding you back? Today, we're going to explore a radical idea: that true inner strength, unwavering confidence, and deep fulfillment come not from the quantity of friends you have, but from the quality of the few relationships you choose, and from embracing solitude. For many, the modern world, with its social media frenzy and relentless demand for approval, creates a pressure cooker of expectations. We're constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we need to be surrounded by people, that our value is measured by our social status, and that our identity is defined by the number of likes or followers we accumulate. This pursuit of external validation often leaves us exhausted and disconnected from our true selves. Imagine for a moment a world where the loud buzz of notifications, the ceaseless scrolling through feeds, and the pressure to share every aspect of your life are replaced by quiet moments of introspection. In that world, solitude isn't a punishment or a sign of loneliness. It's a sanctuary, a sacred space where you reconnect with who you really are. It's here, in the calm and quiet, that you build the unshakable foundation of inner security. The cost of chasing approval. Many of us spend countless hours curating a persona designed to please everyone else. We adjust our behavior, our opinions, and even our dreams to fit into the mold that society has carved out for us. Each smile, each friendly gesture, each like is a temporary boost, a fleeting moment of satisfaction that quickly gives way to the anxiety of our next social performance. The truth is, relying on external validation is like trying to build a house on sand. It might look impressive for a while, but it's inherently unstable. Every time we measure our self-worth by the number of friends or followers we have, we set ourselves up for a constant roller coaster of highs and lows. One moment, a compliment or a shared laugh can make us feel invincible. The next, a single negative comment or a moment of rejection can shatter our confidence. This cycle of constant approval seeking is exhausting, and it distracts us from nurturing the most important relationship of all, the one we have with ourselves. Understanding solitude versus loneliness. There is a crucial distinction between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a state of feeling isolated, disconnected, and unwanted, a painful emptiness that often accompanies the absence of deep, meaningful connections. Solitude, on the other hand, is a deliberate choice to be alone, a conscious decision to disconnect from the noise of the world and to spend time in self-reflection and growth. Solitude is not about shutting people out or being antisocial. It's about carving out the space you need to understand your own heart, to confront your fears, and to nurture your inner wisdom. In solitude, you learn to embrace every facet of yourself, both the light and the shadow. And in doing so, you build resilience. The strength that comes from knowing and accepting who you are is far more enduring than the shallow, fleeting validation that comes from external sources. Embracing your true self. Imagine a person who has learned to find contentment in his own company, a person whose confidence is not swayed by the opinions or expectations of others. When you spend time alone, away from the distractions of constant social interaction, you have the freedom to explore your passions, to reflect on your experiences, and to set your own course. You begin to understand that your worth is not defined by the number of friends you have, but by the depth of your character and the strength of your convictions. In those quiet moments, you're given the opportunity to strip away the layers of pretense and discover your true self. It's here that you can question the messages that society has ingrained in you from a young age. You may realize that the constant pursuit of social approval is not only unsustainable, but also unnecessary. True fulfillment comes from embracing who you are at your core, unburdened by the need to conform to external expectations. The transformative power of solitude. Historically, some of the world's greatest thinkers, artists, and leaders have found their most profound insights in moments of solitude. From the reflective solitude of a poet in a quiet study, to the meditative isolation of a philosopher deep in thought, these individuals tapped into a wellspring of creativity and self-knowledge that could only be accessed when they stepped away from the crowd. When you allow yourself to be alone with your thoughts, you create the space necessary for deep introspection. It's during these moments of quiet that you can examine your fears, recognize your strengths, and ultimately forge a path that is authentically your own. The challenges you face and the obstacles you overcome in solitude build an inner fortitude that no external circumstance can shake. Cultivating meaningful relationships. Now, this isn't to say that human connection isn't important. On the contrary, authentic relationships are invaluable. The key is to focus on quality over quantity. A small circle of trusted, supportive friends can provide the kind of encouragement and perspective that helps you grow and evolve. These relationships are built on mutual respect, honesty, and shared values, qualities that are often lost in the sea of superficial interactions. When you have only a few genuine friends, you create a nurturing environment where trust and openness can flourish. These are the people who will celebrate your successes, challenge you to improve, and stand by you in moments of doubt. Their support reinforces your inner strength and provides a mirror through which you can see the best version of yourself. Unlike a large network of casual acquaintances, these deep bonds are not subject to the whims of fleeting trends or the pressures of social conformity. The courage to stand alone. One of the most liberating aspects of embracing solitude is the courage to stand alone. In a world where conformity is often rewarded, choosing to walk your own path can be a revolutionary act. It requires you to trust your instincts, to listen to your inner voice, and to be unapologetically yourself, even when it means being misunderstood by the masses. Standing alone doesn't imply isolation. Rather, it signifies a profound confidence in your own abilities and values. It means that, even in the absence of constant external support, you have an unwavering belief in your own worth. This inner conviction is the bedrock of true success. It allows you to weather life's storms with grace, integrity, and an unshakable sense of purpose. Practical steps to embrace solitude. If the idea of spending time alone feels daunting, consider these practical strategies to gradually embrace solitude and unlock your inner strength. 1. Start small. Begin by setting aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection. Whether it's early in the morning before the world wakes up or at night before you sleep, use this time to disconnect from distractions and tune into your thoughts. 2. Create a sanctuary. Designate a space in your home where you can retreat from the hustle and bustle. This could be a cozy corner with a comfortable chair, a desk by a window, or any spot where you feel at ease. Over time, this space will become your personal sanctuary for self-discovery. 3. Limit social media. Recognize that social media is a double-edged sword. While it can connect you to others, it also perpetuates the cycle of constant validation. Set boundaries for your online interactions and prioritize real-life moments of introspection over digital distractions. 4. Journal your thoughts. Writing down your thoughts can be a powerful way to process your emotions and reflect on your experiences. Keep a journal where you record your daily reflections, challenges, and moments of insight. Over time, you'll notice patterns that reveal your true desires and values. 5. Embrace silence. In a noisy world, silence is a rare and precious commodity. Allow yourself to experience silence without the need to fill it with distractions. Whether you're taking a walk in nature or sitting in a quiet room, let the silence speak to you and reveal the wisdom within. 6. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Whether it's meditation, yoga, or simply focused breathing exercises, mindfulness can help you become more aware of your inner world and better equipped to handle external pressures. 7. Set clear boundaries. Learn to say no to activities and relationships that drain your energy. By setting clear boundaries, you protect your time and space, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Remember, every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to your own growth. 8. Celebrate your solitude. Instead of viewing alone time as a void that needs to be filled, see it as an opportunity for personal growth. Celebrate your ability to enjoy your own company and recognize that solitude is a gift, a chance to rediscover yourself and tap into a reservoir of inner strength. Breaking the chains of conventional wisdom. The societal norm that equates social popularity with success is a relatively modern construct. Historically, many of the most influential figures in our world were not defined by the number of friends they had, but by the depth of their thoughts, the clarity of their vision, and the strength of their convictions. They understood that the true measure of a person's worth lies in their ability to stand firm in the face of adversity, to trust in their own abilities, and to forge a path that is uniquely their own. By rejecting the conventional wisdom that more is always better, you liberate yourself from the shackles of societal expectations. You open the door to a more authentic life, one where you define success on your own terms and where your inner security is not contingent on external approval. Building resilience from within. As you embark on this journey of self-discovery and inner growth, you will begin to notice a transformation in your outlook. The anxiety that once stemmed from a need for constant validation will give way to a serene confidence born from knowing exactly who you are. With every moment of solitude, you will build a reservoir of resilience that empowers you to face life's challenges head-on. This inner resilience is like an unyielding fortress. No matter how turbulent the external world becomes, you will have the strength to remain grounded. You will learn to trust your intuition, rely on your judgment, and navigate the complexities of life with a clear mind and a courageous heart. This is a kind of security that money, popularity, or fleeting trends can never buy. It is forged in the quiet crucible of solitude. Inspiring authentic connection. Ironically, when you cultivate a deep, unshakable relationship with yourself, you naturally attract others who resonate with your authenticity. Genuine connections are not forced. They happen organically when you are true to yourself. Those who are drawn to your quiet confidence and inner strength will form the core of your small circle. These individuals, in turn, will support you as you continue to grow, challenge you to be better, and remind you of your intrinsic value. Authentic relationships are like rare, precious gems. They require time, trust, and a mutual commitment to personal growth. Unlike the superficial interactions that saturate our social feeds, these deep bonds provide nourishment for the soul. They serve as mirrors that reflect your true self and remind you that you are enough just as you are. Living life on your own terms. When you learn to embrace solitude and nurture your inner strength, you begin to see the world through a different lens. Life is no longer a series of performances designed to win approval. It becomes a journey of self-discovery, creativity, and genuine fulfillment. You start to recognize that the opinions of others, while sometimes helpful, should never dictate your self-worth or your destiny. Living on your own terms means having the courage to make decisions based solely on your values and desires. It means rejecting the noise of societal expectations and carving out a path that is uniquely yours. This way of life might seem counterintuitive in a world that celebrates constant connectivity, but it is precisely this detachment from the need for external validation that paves the way for true personal freedom. The journey ahead, the path to embracing solitude and building unshakable inner security, is not without its challenges. There will be moments of doubt, times when you question whether you're missing out on something by not being part of the crowd. But remember, every challenge you face in solitude is an opportunity to learn more about yourself, to grow stronger, and to become more resilient. As you continue on this journey, you may find that the very aspects of life you once feared, loneliness, isolation, being misunderstood, transform into your greatest assets. In solitude, you discover a richness of thought and a depth of emotion that many never experience. You come to understand that being alone does not mean being empty. It means having the space to cultivate the fullness of who you are. A call to embrace your inner power. Today, I challenge you to view solitude not as a deficiency, but as an incredible strength. Recognize that while the world may urge you to gather as many friends as possible, your true power lies in the ability to stand strong, even when you stand alone. It is in these quiet, reflective moments that you tap into the wellspring of creativity, resilience, and self-assurance that can propel you to new heights. Ask yourself, how often do I allow myself to truly be alone, to reflect without the constant buzz of notifications, without the pressure to conform? Consider how different your life might be if you spent more time nurturing your inner self instead of chasing fleeting external approval. The transformation that awaits is profound, a transformation that begins with a single, courageous step towards embracing your solitude. Conclusion. In the end, life is not about amassing a huge collection of superficial connections, but about forging a deep, unwavering bond with yourself and a few genuine, supportive friends. True security and lasting fulfillment come from within, from knowing who you are, trusting your inner voice and having the courage to walk your own path even when it leads you away from the crowd. As you let go of society's relentless need for constant validation and instead invest in the richness of solitude, you'll discover a level of inner strength that no external force can shake. Your confidence will no longer depend on the fleeting approval of others, but will be rooted in the deep knowledge of your own worth and the power of your authentic self. Remember, every moment you spend in quiet reflection is a step towards a more resilient, self-assured you. Embrace your solitude, celebrate the quality of your relationships, and most importantly, learn to stand tall on your own 2 feet. In doing so, you will not only transform your own life, but also become a beacon for those around you, an inspiring reminder that true strength comes from within. Thank you for joining me in exploring the hidden strength that lies in solitude. If this message resonates with you, please consider sharing your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on living life authentically. Embrace your inner power and let your unique light shine, because the world needs the strength that only you can offer.